I'm sorry too.
It's kind of my job. I should have done that one. All right, now we're moving on to pure elegance. And this is one of your absolute passions is watch collecting. You started the watch and luxury jewelry division for Gucci. So you really know a great watch.
I love timepieces, and I got my first one when I was 5 years old.
Did you really?
Yeah, yeah. I think my dad brought it back from the Philippines, I think. We were living in Hawaii at the time. Oh, wow. And I got the bug. And here's the thing. I try to keep my collection under 50 pieces, so I turn them, because otherwise they'll take over the house. You know, you can't have it that way. But I know what makes a timepiece feel and look luxurious. I know the little details that make it seem more elevated than it possibly is. And everyone says the same thing about our timepieces. You get them home and you're like, it looks like it costs thousands of dollars. It looks like it's so much more expensive than what I paid. I feel like I got such an amazing deal. By the way, the sale price was not announced before. That's new. You're the first to see that.
It's on sale. It's brand new and it's on sale tonight. We've got 3 flex pays, guys. It's easy. If you want to use, you know, any major credit card, you're good. Here's what I would do, guys, to get this one. I would use the app and use the promo code SUMMER and then get an additional 20% off this watch. This is exactly when I would use your app. Use it on your phone or use it on your tablet. Use the code SUMMER and checkout. You'll get 20% off a single item. You could have 5 items. One of them will be 20% off. I would 300% use it on this item, because not only is it on sale, you get an extra, what's 20% off? 70 bucks. What is that?
$14.
$14. Oh my goodness. If you use that little code, this is easy tonight. You're gonna get additional $14 off on this watch. So great time to do it. All right, just give you an update. In the silvertone, we have how many left? I know it's not a lot. I have less than 200. I've got a couple hundred more in the gold tone. We're always bringing more of the gold tone. But you know, there's just so much to talk about. Do you want to start with the dial? Because I think that's cool.
I would love to, and that's a great shot, guys. Thank you so much. So the dial is actually a genuine Lira coin, not in circulation since 2001, and never will be again. So there is a piece of history, a collectible piece of history that's almost 25 years old, in the center, in the heart of your timepiece. Look at those hands. Those are what we call blued hands. That's something that was created almost 200 years ago, and it was a sign of a luxury timepiece. That's one of those details that elevates it. Look at the crown, how it has a blue cabochon on the side. There's a brand in the Red Box store that has that on all of their watches. It's a luxury detail. Now look around that bezel. You see all that mill grain work, something that the Etruscans invented 3,000 years ago. It updates, it elevates, it creates this incredible, expensive look. My favorite thing is the bracelet. This is a beautiful CubanLink bracelet, but we added something special. You see that bar up there that holds the two together? My complaint about bracelet watches has always been that the bracelet is not in control. It's not like a watch band. So we added this little stabilizing bar on both sides. It changes the world on how this wears. Absolutely stunning. 3-hand Japanese movement. It is water resistant to 100 feet.
Is it really?
It is. And comes with a 3-year warranty. You do not expect to find all of that on a timepiece that costs this much. At the mall, if this had a designer name on it, it would say 350 bucks, and you might consider it because it's that pretty.
It's gorgeous. Now let's talk about the length on it too, because we've got a lot of versatility here.
You do. We give you 3 removable links so you can size it at home. It's not a trip to the mall. One size fits almost everybody. About a 6.5-inch wrist up to about an 8-inch wrist. And if you have a tiny, tiny wrist, it's going to wear it like a bracelet. But because it's a Cuban link, a bracelet style really looks good. That's how my sister wears them. She always likes them. She likes her watches dangly.
Well, here's something interesting. My wrist is relatively small, and I have all of them taken out, and it fits perfect. You can see. I'll show you. I have a 6.5-inch wrist, and so I want you to see. There's just a little bit of room right there, but it's perfect. It's still keeping it facing forward, which I love that. And then obviously can go much, much larger just by removing the links. All right, here we go. I knew you were gonna love it. I am so happy. This is one of those pieces that for most people, if this was solid gold, oh my gosh, it would be hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, it would be, because there's such density to it. It's so beautiful. But here, once again, we're getting that luxe look that we can all get, right? Like we can go, okay, I can do that. And understand this is a timepiece that you're gonna love and wear for years and years and years to come. Bellezza's designed to last. It's not a throwaway silly watch. You know, you can easily right now, I know you can't go out and spend $69 on a watch that you wear it a couple times, either falls apart or it starts to wear out or things start to get a little, you know, ratty on it. Or you can buy a Bellezza watch and really look like you live that luxury lifestyle without having to pay for it. And personally, I love wearing money. That's one of my favorite things about the Bellezza line is I love wearing money. And I'm a huge history buff. So I think it's so opulent and interesting to be able to wear a coin that's not even in existence, not even used on a daily basis. In fact, it's so funny. They're becoming rarer and rarer every year, aren't they?
They are. In fact, there are many of the coin denominations we can't find anymore. I have a guy in Rome. His name is Andrea Misaroli, and he talks like this, very slowly. He's like, ciao, Paolino. He calls me Little Paul, which is hysterical. I'm huge. He's like, ciao, Paolino. And I'll say to him, hey, we need more of the liras because, you know, and he says to me, it's just very difficult to find in this time. You know, it takes forever. But he knows where the best pizza in Rome is, and so he is a treasure. He is a national treasure to me. And he's the one that finds these coins for you. Then, I have a buddy, his name is Robert. Hi, Robert, if you're watching. He's as crazy about watches as I am, okay? And he's the designer. And Robert and I can sit and talk about what color the hands of the timepiece should be for hours. Should it be blued? Should we do a black one? Should it be this shape? Should it be a sword shape? Should we do, we can literally talk about it for hours. Neither one of us is bored. We're fascinated by it. The end result is you get something that looks like it cost thousands of dollars. Yeah. You pick it up, you look at it, when you get it home, it's like this moment of, wow. And when you join the world of people who wear coin money, in fact, while you're shopping, look at Bulgari. That's an Italian jewelry company. I just adore them. They've been doing exotic old coin jewelry for 100 years. And their collection is called monete, which is money in Italian. Mm-hmm. And they use 2,000-year-old coins and gold, and we are not them. But what beautiful things. But that's the club you now have entry to. You're talking about coin jewelry. In this case, it's a watch. It's jewelry that tells time. That's what it is.
And also, guys, could you do me a favor? Can you bring out the other Lira that we have coming up? Because if you really love this like I do. In fact, it's funny. The first pieces I ever bought from the Bellezza collection was because of a Lira coin. That a lot of people, this is the first way you do it. Because it's just, there's something really old world and very luxurious about wearing money. And wearing these beautiful old world coins, right? It's just super cool. If you love it, look at the one I'm wearing now. This is still coming up. Now, you'll buy the chain separately. I only have 200 available. But wow, can you imagine wearing this watch, wearing this beautiful pendant, going out? It could be to a business meeting. It could be to a job interview. It could be, are you in real estate and you really want to look very, very successful? This is what, when you wear liras and you're wearing money, it is, you know, that's the people who you were talking about, who shop for those pieces that are all in gold. They've got that kind of money. And now you and I can look, I always say, fake it till you make it. I wear this stuff all day long and my friends don't question me. And here's what's really cool. If they say, oh, is that a gold piece? I go, oh yeah, because what they're seeing is genuine gold. That's what you're seeing. All of this is genuine gold or genuine silver, or excuse me, genuine white gold. The only thing that's different is who cares what's inside it. The good news is we use bronze because it's durable, but you don't care because what everybody sees is genuine gold. And that's why you are so passionate and why I think you will be so passionate about wearing the Bellezza line. This is a beautiful timepiece. When you put it on, it does feel rich and luxurious. And daggone it, I want these looks. I do. I wish I had the money to shop at those really fancy places. I've never even stepped walked into a store like that, right? But here with Bellezza, I get that flavor, that look, and even the feeling. That's what's really cool about Bellezza too. Everything has a heft, and a heft is a term we use in the jewelry world. You can hold something, if you know jewelry, you can hold it and go, wow, that's got heft. And when someone says that, that's really good. You want a heft to it. That's an important jewelry term that we use when we're talking about jewelry. That's a big deal, and this has it. Just FYI, if you want the coin, the big coin that's coming up, we're less than 200 available. I know we popped the information up. We're gonna get to what we promise in just a second, but just so you'll know, that's really, it's $59.98. I mean, that's incredible. But here you are getting a timepiece you will wear for years and years and years to come, and I think you're just gonna enjoy it. How fun is it to have a gorgeous timepiece and actually be able to see the time, which is pretty awesome because I love how big that dial is. All right, in the silver tone, there's 90 left in the silver tone. In the gold tone, I have a couple of hundred. Yeah, we've got a couple hundred more in that. You know what's kind of fun? I love the two-tone. Is it two-tone?
Well, they're
Right?
both two-tone in a way because we left the coin in its natural state on the gold timepiece, and then we gave it gold plating on the silver tone. So they're both.
So they're both two-tone.
They're both two-tone. They're both permission pieces, I call them. And you know, we always tell each other, mixing your metals is cool. It's like, but I still get a rash when I mix my metals unless I have something that, you know, already starts the process. So most of us buy the jewelry that matches our wedding set. That's kind of how we're programmed. And I like a piece that can transition and let me build my gold collection or my white collection. And this is one of those pieces. I want you to know, I want you to feel comfortable knowing that over the last 14 years, every timepiece we have ever made has been a customer pick. Everyone who ever made it has sold out. We really do this very, very well. Thank you, Robert, our designer. He does an amazing job. Thank you to our manufacturers. We actually make this timepiece all over the world. We can't even do it in one country. But it's,
No kidding.
no, because everybody has sort of a certain thing they do. Like, you know, you can't touch the accuracy of a Japanese quartz movement. So that's where